Hey guys, welcome back. It is Earthy Girl, and I'm here to give you guys a general message from Spirit. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. Okay, I just came from the gym and I'm feeling good, feeling motivated to do more readings. So let's go ahead and tap into your energy and see what your guides want you to know. 808 is the angel number that I'm picking up on. Okay, so that could be significant for someone out there. All right, Spirit. What is the overall energy for the collective? The Devil card, okay? Tell me more, Spirit, before I get started. The Star card, okay? So you may be trying to fight some type of addiction or obsession, something that is not healthy for you. It's like you're trying to overcome, or maybe you're in the process of doing that. Tell me, Six of Cups in reverse. You may not have a support system, family, or guidance. Maybe you're looking for that. Tell me more, Spirit. Knight of Pentacles, okay. But it's like you have the momentum, or you feel the urge to get over these addictions or get help. You know, there's childhood trauma or something that has happened in the past that may have stemmed from this addiction, but it's like you were very persistent on trying to shake this or do the right thing. So I applaud you for that. Tell me more. Let's take it one day at a time. We got the Two of Swords here, okay? And so, yeah, I feel like you are making a conscious decision to block out what no longer serve you. Things, people, places, addictions, all of the above. I feel like you are trying to fly right and get right with God. I see you aimlessly working hard to shake whatever this addiction that you may feel had a hold on you. Okay, you could have been adopted growing up, or you know, you were just in an unhealthy family dynamic, but it has made you very strong. You may feel lonely, like you don't have any support though. Okay, you may be confused when it comes to your path or purpose, and maybe it was something that you were ignoring or trying to block out because you don't want to feel that pain or that trauma, or whatever triggers your nervous system. I feel like you're trying to avoid that or whatever, but I feel like you are tired, you're bored. You may feel weak at times, like you want to give up, you know, or revert back to the addiction or this obsession, something that is unhealthy for you. But that's probably why you're here, to get some type of help, guidance, and assistance. So let's see what Spirit has for you. The Lover's card, okay? You may be looking for love, feeling like you have never really had like that connection with someone, a soul connection, someone that feels familiar, someone that you know, could just really be your authentic self, and like you guys mesh very well, a lot of chemistry, like soulmates, someone that was divinely guided to come into your life, okay? You feel like you are blocked from that, or your heart chakra may be closed off because of some of the things that you've experienced in your past. So it may be hard for you to connect with people, to find your person. But I do feel like that is something that is missing, something that you may be open to, trying to find love, but it may be hard, or something that you may not be understanding about yourself subconsciously, that it's like you have a shield up or guard, like you don't want to face the reality of something. Okay, Spirit, tell me more. Yeah. And so you could also be mourning over someone from your past, okay? Maybe or like I said, this again could be the fact that you just haven't found that. Maybe you've never experienced authentic love, that deep soul love, where you can be yourself and your partner can be themselves, and, you just accept each other for who you are. I feel like that's what's missing. Like you feel like there is something missing in your life, and you're feeling bored, you're feeling unsatisfied, you are just really feeling sad and lonely right now. And you're praying for that partner to come in, someone that could help and assist you or fill a void. Okay? Be careful with wanting someone to come in to fill a void from being bored or feeling like you're missing something. You want to come in a connection grounded, and I see the Knight of Pentacles here. So maybe you have taken time to reflect, and maybe you have overcome these addictions, but yeah, it's something that is still it's like you're trying to avoid or not see. And I'm going to clarify this to a source to figure out what it is that subconsciously is going on that may be blocking you from finding true love. But I see that you're on a path of healing. You're fighting through whatever this unhealthy habit is. Six of Wands. Yeah, you want to be in a relationship where, it's just harmonious, okay? Peaceful. Someone who support you, and yeah. Like power couple energy. And I definitely feel like you want some type of, you're feeling like alone. You're not satisfied with life right now. It's like you got to make a tough decision about something. What is it? We'll see. We got the Page of Pentacles. Okay? So your hard work is going to pay off with whatever you're doing. It doesn't matter. You could be exercising and just starting off. I'm just using this as an example because I just came from the gym. So it's like when you first start working out, you have like that fatigue of like feeling weak. Maybe the next day you're sore, your muscles are so sore, and it's like, damn, when is this going to end? Like, but eventually your body adjusts and get used to it. So it's like you taking the necessary steps to go to the gym and work out to your capacity. And as you keep doing that, it's going to get better, and then you'll start seeing the results and so forth. So whatever you're going through in your life, I feel like that is kind of like an example of something. You may not see the results immediately, but say if you're working on yourself, each and every day you're making a conscious decision to do something that is healthy, that is going to better you in whatever way, you're going to start feeling more confident about yourself. You're going to start attracting the type of people that you want around you, and I do see that you are like, you're even small wins, like celebrate your small wins. I feel like you need that support. You want that support. And right now you may not have that, but it's like, just continue on your journey doing the things that you're doing to accomplish your goals. I feel like I'm talking to a divine masculine right now. But I could be talking to a divine feminine. There's no face. There's no image that I'm getting right now, but I feel like I'm talking to a divine masculine. So if there is some type of addiction that, I don't care if it's been a day, a week, a year, it's like you are making a conscious decision not to do that, not to revert back to your addiction when things get hard, and each and every day is going to get easier. You may feel like, no, it's actually getting harder, but you're going through the phases. Eventually, it'll get easier for you and your body will adjust. If you eat healthy, drink plenty of water, do what it is that you need to do to shake whatever is going on with your body. Your body has to regulate, okay? If you're obsessing over, a relationship, with time, that gets better, okay? With time, you will heal those wounds. You will be able to shake whatever, like you may have an alcohol addiction, I'm getting for some of you guys, okay? Or you may have had an alcohol addiction, okay? That may be a generational thing in your family, because I do see that there's some type of trauma or way that you grew up where it's like, it's a generational thing. It's a family dynamic that was had some type of unhealthy habits or addictions or way of living. But you are the chosen one that decided to move away from this and do better. Okay. And so you may be blocking certain parts of yourself that you don't even realize that you're doing. Okay. And you may be like, why is my relationships not working out? Because there's something within that you may not be seeing or realizing about yourself. Okay. So try not to victimize yourself. If you have partners that's saying certain things like, oh, it didn't work out because of this or whatever, and you may be like, what? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. But like, maybe it's some truth to that, and it's not like you're trying to hurt anyone or intentionally hurt someone. I feel like it's just a natural way that you've always been. And it's like, at some point you have to address that. You have to talk about the elephant in the room, or you have to make a decision or a conscious choice to, change something that is going to benefit you in the long term or your relationships. Tell me more. You want long-term success, and I feel like you're very ambitious. Okay. You could be, like I said, you could be working out, or you are just very wise with the Chariots. Like, you're ready. You're powered up. I feel like you have the stamina, the confidence, and the momentum to accomplish your goals, whatever you want to do. You know, I feel like you're on a steady path. Okay. I feel like you're very excited, and it's like you're ready. Okay. So maybe this is a career or something that you're trying to get off the ground. Okay. You're trying to set a foundation when it comes to your career or something. And I feel like you are very passionate. Um, you have knowledge about this. You may be just starting off, but I feel like you are able to gain support with your work ethics, your drive and assertiveness to go after what you want. Like you're a go-getter. It's naturally in you. Okay. You could be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, earth sign. Okay. You could be an air sign or have, air prevalent in your chart where you're very meticulous and strategic. Okay. I'm seeing good things. Tell me more. Okay. The death card. So something is transforming, something is ending, and okay, so if this was a past relationship that has ended, I feel like you are really starting to focus on your career. Okay. You're a hard worker. You know what it's like to not have, and you don't have a problem with working hard and being diligent, staying focused and being committed, Page of Wands. Yeah, go after your passions, right? Okay, start this, whatever this is, this new thing. Like, I'm getting someone that's very athletic or have a lot of energy. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you know what it's like to have challenges, to have oppositions, to have, you know, a lot of things going on in your life at one time, multiple things. But I feel like you know how to juggle, you know how to be adaptable, you know how, like, and I know that you are tired of doing this alone. Like, you want someone that you could, be motivated by, and have like that soul connection where someone is understanding you and supportive of you. And yeah, but I definitely see that you are pushing forward through the adversity. Okay. To build the life that you want. Okay. So we have the Knight of Cups, Three of Pentacles, and Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. So you may be meeting new people. Okay. New people that is going to help you with your career in some way. With the Wheel of Fortune and the you got the Five of Pentacles here. So you may need some assistance. You may need some help. We got the Moon and the Magician here with the World card. Yeah. Okay. So you could be going to like rehab, or getting some help from the community, church, a mentor, something like that that is helping you overcome these addictions, or whatever you may be doing. Charity work, or people that help out around the church and clean up the roads and things of that nature. When they have those type of things, programs and stuff that you can get involved in your community to stay busy, to stay, people that help you look for a job, all of that. So I do feel like, you're very ambitious right now. Keep that momentum Believe in yourself, pray, ask for help, ask for guidance, and you shall receive that, okay? And let's clarify and see why the devil is here. Clarify the devil card, Spirit. We got the Eight of Cups in reverse. Yes, something that is hard for you to shake, okay? Someone or something that you don't want to let go of. You're having a hard time releasing this addiction or this obsession, okay? You may fear change. You may have had some doubt in the past about moving forward. Clarify the Star card. We got the Knight of Cups here, okay? So I really do think that for some of you guys, this is the alcohol addiction and something that you really tried to shake, okay? If you were in a relationship in the past that, you know, was unhealthy and not conducive to your growth and healing, I feel like that has contributed to you drinking obsessively. But I feel like this transition is really teaching you to be strong, to believe in yourself and have faith that you can overcome this addiction, these obsessive thoughts, anything that's unhealthy, you know, even the trauma that you have experienced in your childhood. Clarify this Six of Cups in reverse. We got the Page of Pentacles here. Yeah. And so it's like you never felt stable. You may have been adopted or lived house to house. You know, it was always some type of conflict or chaos where you felt like you never were secure or safe in your childhood. And so you strive for that stability. You know, clarify the Knight of Pentacles. You know what it's like to have to work hard. Okay, you could have lived in like a impoverished community growing up where it was tough, you know. Clarify the Knight of Pentacles. Got the Six of Cups upright. It's like that's what you want, that stability. You want family, you know. You don't have those type of memories yet, and you really think about that a lot, you know. And you get sad and emotional about it. It's like, damn, I don't have anybody. I don't have that support. You may feel like there is a pattern, you know, it's generational, where it's like there's no father in the home, or the mother is on the parents are on drugs, or, you know, it's just babies, you know, people creating babies in a family, and it's just chaos in the household, or alcoholics, drug addiction, things like that. It's like you're really thinking about this while you're alone in solitude. And it's like you may feel disappointed. You may feel like a failure. You may feel like you're not capable or able to do enough. And all of these fears are creeping up. Try not to think negative about, you know, your circumstances, okay? Because when you start thinking positive and you get in this mode, in this momentum of I can do it, I can make a change, I can turn my life around, then that's when, you know, you'll start feeling that support from the universe, you know, because you're embracing, you're open, and it might not happen overnight, you know. Like I said, things take is the consistency that is going to get you to where you want to go, okay? um but you feel like this is, it's just like, man, when am I going to get a breakthrough? Why do I always have to, you know, deal with situations where it's like I gotta fight to be secure and stable, you know? You got a lot of weight on your shoulders, okay? Um, and you're trying to heal at the same time. That could be tough. I feel like you may feel like you're letting your family down if you're unable to support them because you don't have a job, or maybe you were battling and suffering with this addiction and that has affected your family dynamic as well. So it's like you're trying to get clean. You're trying to, you know, reinvent yourself. And there may be people who don't trust you or don't believe in you because of things that you did in your past. But you got to believe that the universe is always forgiving, and they're trying to get your attention. All right. So don't be too down on yourself. While you're in isolation, you're contemplating, you're thinking about the past and everything that has transpired up until now, because you can make that change. You can be that change. You can be the person that help other people that may have suffered from alcohol addiction, you know, child abuse, whatever. You can have your own organization and help other people that have experienced whatever you have gone through. So, and create your own community, your own tribe, your own family, you know. Clarify this Two of Swords. Yeah. Think about the future, okay? Start planning ahead. Making decisions to move forward in life, okay? And so I feel like you may be a little fearful about change. And even though you're not comfortable where you are, there may be a hesitation to change, or like a doubt, like I can't do that, because you came from, like, it's like your environment is like, a lot of people don't make it out. A lot of people don't make it far in life. So that may have affected you psychologically, where you really feel like as if you can't escape this environment, you can't escape this lifestyle, but you can, okay? Clarify the Four of Cups. Yeah, it's time to transition, because again, we got the Four of Cups here. Clarify the Four of Cups with the Death card, Four of Cups. We got the Ace of Pentacles and King of Wands, okay? So I definitely feel like you want a job, you know, you're trying to maybe start your own business, or find a new job, okay? And it could have been tough, where you got a lot of letdowns, but don't give up, okay? There's a lot of, like I said, boredom, apathy, and you feel disconnected from people. And you're going through a tough change, a death and rebirth. So it may feel, you know, uncomfortable, because this is something new. With the Ace of Pentacles here, there is an opportunity for you. There's going to be a job or something that comes in, okay? You are a natural born leader, okay? You're a visionary. You got to think outside of your reality, okay? You got to look at life from a different perspective. There's a whole world out here full of opportunity and people that can help you and assist you, okay, when they see you trying, okay? So I'm hearing brotherhood and like community service. That's what I was thinking of when I was saying, like, you know, you could do community service and things of that nature, you know, signing up for programs to help you and find that brotherhood and people that really can help you with your path moving forward, okay? Clarify the Lovers card. Yeah, wishful thinking. You want love. You want that connection. You are wanting to be stable and have like that security and be happy with what you're doing, not just working a 9 to 5 to pay your bills and not really having money to do anything else. I feel like you have you want to do something that is fulfilling to you when it comes to your work. Okay, so you could be very passionate about something, very skilled with something, and spirit is wanting you to believe in yourself and continue to learn more about that skill and to like continue to do whatever that is. Okay, because I feel like you can find a job in that field, or you can start your own business once you get the knowledge and understanding and get some help, mentors, and people that are familiar with that area to help and assist you. Okay, but I do see that you want love. Okay, you want genuine love, you want loyalty, you want realness. Okay, and that is your wish fulfillment. That is what you are really sad about not having at this time. Clarify the 5 of Cups. Yeah, 2 of Swords. But your heart is closed off, you know? You may be like, it's like a difficult decision or something mentally going on when it comes to like partnerships. Or it's like, why can't I find my person? Why is it so hard to be in a committed relationship? Why am I constantly meeting people where it's just surface level, or, you know, they just want me to spend my money on them, and like we go out on a date or two and it never really gets further than that. Okay, you want a successful relationship, someone that is supportive, someone that you are attracted to, that is, you know, on the same wavelength, you know, that someone who's in alignment with you and who you can communicate and talk to. But there's something about you that is closed off. Something may have happened. Somebody could have passed away that you are really thinking about. Or like I said, if you were with someone that suffered from some type of addiction and they passed away, that really could have affected you and how you go about you know, you could be fearful of meeting someone else and something extreme happening, or like something you have extreme experienced in your path that has really made you closed off. And it's like you're not seeing the blessings outside of this situation, because it's like you're still caught up over that, you know. You're still healing from something. Clarify this 6 of Wands. We got the Sun card. Yeah. Okay. So it's like, yeah, you want victory in your relationships. You want family. You want fun. You want to really do something purposeful in life and not just get by. You're tired of losing. You want to win, you know? It's like, when is the sun going to shine on me? When is the support going to come my way? Clarify this Page of Pentacles. You're going to have something to celebrate after dealing with something that was very difficult to, because you may feel guilty about something. If you were with someone and you guys both had an addiction, you may feel guilty if you introduced this person to something, or maybe you guys came together and this person ended up passing away. That may have been something traumatic that made you want to change after that. Like, I'm never doing this again. I'm never drinking again. I'm never doing these drugs again. Or something traumatic has happened where it's like, yeah, I gotta stop this. Like, it was so hard for you to stop this, okay? Or it's just so, it's this person that you're so obsessed with and caught up on, where it's like, it's hard for you to face the reality that the relationship is over. Clarify the Page of Pentacles. And you feel guilty or like a failure and like disconnected from the home or this relationship, this connection. Clarify the Page of Pentacles. You may be blaming yourself for something that happened. Okay, so we got the Page of Pentacles. We got the Chariot again with the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so I do see you teaming up with the Two of Cups. Yeah, I do see you teaming up with someone. Or this could be platonic when it comes to like your career, or this could actually be a soulmate that's coming into your life that's going to make you happy, that's going to make you feel powerful, you know, where you want to be out shining with this person. You want to show this person off. You want to spend, you know, a lot of time getting to know this person on a deeper level. Like there's a lot of chemistry, there's a lot of excitement, this vibrancy that this person is bringing into your life after dealing with so many people that, you know, were karmic and bringing a lot of past trauma, repetitive cycles. It's like, okay, you're over that, you're tired of that, you want somebody new to embrace and love you genuinely. Clarify the Knight of Swords. Yeah, with the Knight of Wands. And this could be coming in quick, okay? Somebody is, it's like you're very forthcoming, like you're coming off strong. Like maybe there's someone that you see that really strikes your attention and it's like, yeah, I'm going after that. Or maybe this is like someone, a business partner, that it's like you guys meet each other. It's like, hey, I see what you're doing and I got this, you know, going on with my business. Would you like to come on a board and we work together or whatever like that? And it's like, yeah, hell yeah. I need the job, I need the money, and you guys mesh very well together, okay? Very balanced, okay? This is going to be a whatever, if this is a business partnership or relationship, romantic relationship, it's like you guys are going to be successful together, okay? You're going to be some type of example for the public. Not that you saying you want to, but it's just, this is a very powerful union where it's like people are going to admire you, admire this connection, and admire your work ethics and what you're doing or what you're selling, or, you know, whatever this is. Okay. And I feel like that encouragement and that feedback that you're getting from people is going to just really make you want to keep doing it and really bring that passion and that fire out of you, where it's like, yeah, it's up. It's up and it's stuck. Clarify the Chariot. Very ambitious. Queen of Swords here, okay? So yeah, very powerful energy. I feel like someone, you may meet a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius, okay? This person is independent, you know. I don't feel like they are going to be trying to come after you for like what you have, your money. For some of you guys, this is definitely going to be work related, where there may be a woman that give you a job or help you, give you some type of perspective on something. You may get some type of good news. Like I said, yeah, this could be a job offer. And for some of you guys, this could be someone that you meet that help you or get you involved with the right people, connect you to the right people that get you on a path where you are working together with someone. And this is going to be something that's long term, okay? You guys could be starting out, but I see great feedback. I see abundance from this situation, okay? So there could be a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius woman that is going to help you move forward with the process. Clarify the Death card. Yeah, you definitely could have been dealing with a Gemini woman, okay? We got the Five of Swords here. So this transition is tough. There could be people that you need to remove yourself from the past that may want to reel you back in. These could be family members that are unhealed. These could be friends that are still indulging in things that you are trying to remove yourself from, okay? With this transformation, this death and rebirth, it is imperative that you disconnect from these energies, okay? Because I see great things in your future, but if you regress and you go back into like this unhealthy habits, it can make you lose everything. Okay, so clarify the Page of Wands. Yeah, we want to learn from our mistakes, and I definitely feel like you are learning your skills. You are going to, it's like somebody is looking at you with the evil eye because you're moving forward, and that's just what it is, you know. But you have a great idea, you're curious about whatever this is, you're very passionate and fired up about it, and it's time for you to beat the odds. Okay, clarify the Ten of Wands, because you're capable. And it don't matter what people are saying or how they feel about you. If they're looking at you like, oh, you're still the same type of person, you can't listen to that. You gotta move forward, you know? Because I definitely see somebody that is trying to knock you while you're down, or trying to make you feel guilty about something. You know, they're still watching you, or hating on the situation that you are moving forward, you know? Clarify this Ten of Wands, Spirit. We got the Eight of Swords and the Hermit. Okay, so you could be dealing with some legal issues that you gotta take care of. I feel like mentally, you constantly need that reminder that you're on the right track, and that you can push past whatever this addiction is that is restricting you. Okay, you may have to get a lot of things in order in your life, okay, but take things one step at a time. Do things and complete them. Complete the task. If you have like tickets or whatever that you need to pay, okay, you want to do that, but you got bills to pay, you got other things to do, you got a lot of things that you got to get in line. Okay, so a to-do list, and just like I said, day by day, Spirit see you trying, keep just keep moving forward. All right. I do feel like you're doing a lot of soul searching. You're trying to figure out why is things so hard, why, you know, why are you going through the things that you're going through? Why are you having so many blocks when it comes to you trying to move forward? And it's because you have to learn something, okay? There's something about your inner self that you have to learn and heal, okay? And you will figure this out with being alone, okay? You need that solitude to think and meditate and be conscious of your thoughts, your feelings, and emotions, and get grounded, okay? Because there's a lot, and it's hard to make ends meet. It's hard for you to like really be stable when you have all of these things being thrown at you at one time. But Spirit is like, you got this, okay? Clarify the Knight of Cups. We got the Hierophant. Yeah, like I said, you're going to have support, okay? A mentor, somebody that is going to help you to regulate your nervous system or regulate your feelings and emotions, okay? Counseling, therapy, or a mentor, institution, or something like that. I feel like you're going to be getting some type of assistance. You could be going to a church, getting some type of help. Some type of program that you're in where the community is helping you. And yeah, if you don't have a home, a pot to piss in, you're going to have, somebody's going to step in to help you, okay? Because you're trying. So if you need to go to rehab and get involved in an institution because you feel like things are becoming overwhelming, or you don't have a place to stay, you don't have family, you don't have someone to talk to, and you feel like life is getting overwhelming, do that, okay? Go talk to someone. Clarify the Three of Pentacles. Okay, I feel like you may be speaking to a priest or something to help you or pray over you. And we got the nine of Pentacles with the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I feel like someone is going to donate to you or help you in some type of way, give you some type of assistance or guidance. This lady is very nurturing, loving, and they are going to help you move forward with the Wheel of Fortune here. Good luck and karma. This woman is going to help you, okay? It could be a job opportunity, clothes, food, shelter, whatever, okay? Clarify the Wheel of Fortune is here again. This person could be placing you in a home or something like that, giving you like some type of benefits. For some of you guys, a job is an opportunity. This mentor or leader of some type of organization, I'm getting, you're going to get the help that you need, okay? And you got the right people around you. Respectable people that understand what you're going through without judgment. They may have been there, and this is going to be motivation, okay? Clarify this Five of Pentacles. This person is going to help you learn to be disciplined and focused and practical. When you feel like giving up, and like I said, you may not even realize. You may feel like you hit rock bottom, you know, you have nothing, but with time, you're growing, okay? So even if it's, you know, like I said, you've been clean for one day, a week, celebrate, be thankful, appreciate where you're going, where you're headed, and be present in the moment. Understand that everybody go through something. You are fighting hard to get through these challenges and burdens in your life, okay? You're very ambitious. You have skills to overcome all of the challenges and everything that you have went through, everything that you've gone through in your life, okay? These are life lessons to strengthen you, to let you know that you are very powerful and you are capable of all the things that you want to accomplish in your life, okay? And so times may be hard right now and you have to push through it, but you're going to see the fruits of your labor and be proud of yourself, okay? Because you've overcome the challenges, the competition, the adversity, people trying to knock you while you're down, okay? You're going to have people that come in to assist you, okay? Godly women, you know, nurturing women. If you didn't have a mother that was nurturing to you or whatever, you know, you're going to have these people come into your life, these women that come into your life and give you some type of wisdom, okay? And this is justice, okay? To balance out your life, to balance the scale. Someone that, yeah, it could be, I could be one of them, you know? You come across this reading and it's like, damn, I felt like giving up. I didn't believe in myself, but someone is going to be there to give you the wisdom and the knowledge that you need to keep pushing forward, because it's not over. Because, okay? And the challenges and the things that you feel like you're going through and you feel like giving up because it's so tough, it's so hard. It's like, I know it's hard, you know? But I promise you, it's not the end. This is what you can have, you know? You just got to take action and keep moving forward, you know? And with patience, being graceful, appreciating life and how far you've come. That's so important right now. Because you're building yourself and you're growing into this man that is going to be deserving of an empress, where you get the love and admiration that you never had. You work for this and you'll be able to appreciate it more. You'll be able to appreciate your family. You know, you may even have a baby. If you don't have kids, you know, if you do, there may be another addition where it's like you really feel like you finally have a family and it's solid, it's real. And you're going to want to protect this. You're going to want to love this. You're going to want to honor your family. And you're going to want to be the man that can protect and provide And right now, you're building that legacy. So don't give up because you've experienced heartache, heartbreak, and things that was here to strengthen you and make you, resilient. The pain, the deceit, the heartbreak, all of that was to teach you something about yourself. Okay? Understand that you're going to have the right people around you to build you up when you feel at your lowest. Okay? And so you got to go to God at all times. Pray to God. Stay faithful to God. Because the hard times, losing everything, it's like is you're going through this rebirth, a whole new person. Honor your life this time. Love yourself this time. Be patient with yourself. And even if you got to cry, you got to spend time alone. You got to, whatever you believe in, you go to that calling, You're spiritual. You have powers. You're intuitive. You're so strong. I'm getting someone with a lot of Pluto energy, okay? You could be a Scorpio, water sign. But you've gone through so much. You deserve this change. Yeah, you just got to focus and really build that stable foundation that you want so bad. You got to lock in. And I know this is what you really want. And so with working on yourself, and being, strategic, learning your skill and craft, this is what you're going to get. Reciprocity, this is what you're going to manifest. Abundance, victory. That's what you're going to manifest, okay? So, yeah, could be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. You can turn it all around. And start a new family. And build that family dynamic that you never had. And I know it's hard fighting these addictions. I know it is, but you can do it. Okay? If you got to take some type of, I don't know, I always recommend holistic ways to like try to kill the urge of addictions and things like that. I know if you go to like an institution, they want to put you on meds and all of that, but maybe you should start researching like a holistic way to like heal whatever it is that you're experiencing right now. Okay, so let's get some messages. When it comes to love, I do know that you really want that, so I'm just going to get some angel messages. Let's see, when it comes to romance, what is the collective need, Spirit? What do they need to know? Oh, that just slid out. It says past life relationship. So you have known each other before, okay? So this could be this person that is really on your mind, that is like you're obsessing about. I don't know if that person passed away or not, but that could have been that most certainly was a past life relationship. And you may meet another soulmate from your past life. Okay, passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. All right. Maybe unexpected. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others, okay? Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally, okay? Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully, loving on yourself, focusing on building that stability and that your finances, okay? It says stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance, okay? It says this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek, all right? And reconciliation, someone from your past is returning to your life, okay? So there's a connection that is not quite done. But you got free yourself here, okay? So I don't know if this is, you would know, use your discernment when it comes to who you're dealing with in your life. It's time to take back control of your life, okay? So that could be pertaining to any addiction or whatever. It's just like it's time to get grounded. It's time to get focused on what's important in your life right now and lock in, okay? Free yourself from any addictions, any past people that no longer serve you, and any type of generational curses or anything over your family. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. You are moving forward, you are focused, and you are going to be the curse breaker, okay? Amen. All right, let's see what your angels have to say when it comes to just general messages, What messages does the collective need, Spirit? Attracting, not chasing. Okay, another card hinting at attracting, not chasing. So anything or anyone you chase after will run the other way because of the fears underlying chasing energy. Instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy. Okay, so again, if you're trying to change somebody, or like if you're on a straight narrow path, you're moving forward, trying to fight the addictions and all of that, but there may be someone who you love that's still struggling with that addiction. It's like you have to free yourself from that. You can't feel guilty about that person and their journey. You're just going to have to release that and let it go and focus on you, because they will and can drag you back into this karmic cycle of just being in a dark place that you're no longer wanting to be. Your soul is tired of that. Your soul wants to move on to the next lesson and really get some things going in your life, okay? So keep that in mind. People will get help. If they want help, they have to, they have to want it. You can't force someone to change and be ready just because you are. It says dreams of abundance. So as you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Okay, so if you're confused, this is for you. All right. It says, be sure to record your dreams in a journal because they contain valuable insight that will help you manifest your desires into reality. Words of abundance. So you have the ability to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerfully positive words. Always describe your own and the world's economic situation in loving and optimistic terms. And that is what you attract for yourself and others. Okay. So when it comes to your finances, think positive about what you can build, starting from the bottom. It's like, think long term. Continue to persevere through adversity and work hard. Be diligent, and sustainable results you will start to see, okay? Invest your time in things that brings positivity into your life and tangible things that can move you forward, okay? Partnerships. So allow healthful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, okay? And both parties benefit as a result. Again, with this partnership, I feel like it's coming in, this union, all right? Business partnership. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. I told you guys. Yeah. It says focus on your priorities. Where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. Yes. It's like you feel more productive, checking those boxes off like, yeah, that's done with. You're knocking it down, knocking the obstacles down one by one. All right. What does the collective need to know, Spirit? What messages does the collective need to know at this time? Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Yeah. Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. Pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. Balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world and I do so without judgment. Okay. Indecision as well. Because I see that you're like indecisive about making a decision that may be like a rock in a hard place. It's like, I don't know. Because you fear the unknown. Judgment. Okay. So here we go. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. We are all spirit. We are all the same. It's only the roles we have chosen to play here on earth that makes us seem different. The biggest lesson you have chosen to learn is to love, okay? There are so many situations in this physical dimension that it is possible to incarnate into. But the core lesson is to look past these illusions and see yourself in everyone. Each soul has chosen its own struggles, and your task is not to judge how someone goes about overcoming these obstacles, but to assist that soul. Spirit has given you the tools of compassion and empathy to help you see through the eyes of those who appear different. Your ego has taught you that making other people feel insignificant or inferior will allow you to feel better about yourself. That is an illusion. By diminishing others, you diminish yourself. Always learn to follow the golden rule. I will treat others as I would like to be treated. Everyone in your life is here to teach you something about yourself. Accept the lesson with love and understanding, okay? I'm going to do indecision since I'm here. It says, I use my intuition in all aspects of life. Your soul is spirit, manifest in this physical dimension. Even though you may feel limited by the constraints of your body, your connection to the infinite wisdom of the universe is always available to you in the form of intuition. You are never alone when making any decision. Spirit only wants the best for you, and by listening to your inner voice, you will always be guided to the proper outcome. All you have to do is ask. The expectation of others is only an illusion. You were not born to listen to fear, you were taught to listen to it. Visualize any decision in your life as a fork in the road. How does your body react when you imagine your travels down each path? At first glance, one may look easier to traverse, but the destination will cause anxiety and a heavy heart. Another path may be more difficult to walk, but the destination will feel light and calm. When you silence your mind and listen to your intuition, the signpost will always be obvious, okay? So pay attention to your dreams, write them down if you remember it, because I feel like you are kind of like fearful of this change, but it's the best route, okay? That's what they're trying to say. The past route will cause anxiety and a heavy heart, okay? You want to get past that. You want to get through that. So let's choose the route that is unknown, okay? Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. It is so easy to give away the power to transform your life. Certainly, there have been people along your path who have shaped you into who you are today, but you are solely responsible for your own happiness. The ego can be a very fragile thing, and if it comes under fire, the first instinct is to blame an outside force. Victim consciousness weakens the connection that you have to your soul source. This mindset says, I don't have the power inside myself to break free because someone else's power is stronger. This is an illusion. When you believe that someone else is responsible for your problems, that belief is the problem. Personal responsibility can empower you to change your reality. Lasting transformation always begins on the inside and works its way out. There is a difference between a reason and an excuse. A reason is valid and unavoidable. An excuse is an attempt to shift the blame. Okay, so no matter what happened in your past and how bad your childhood was, it's like you can't play the victim. You gotta really get out there and get it and make the change. Okay, it doesn't matter how many toxic relationships or people that you have encountered. Don't let that change you. Don't let that harden your heart and make you feel like this is just the way, because it's not. When you start thinking positive and doing positive things, you will run into people that are in alignment with that type of mindset. Okay, so that is what Spirit is trying to tell you, and to release the pride, any pride or guilt. Let's see. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. You need to take time to honor and acknowledge who you are and what your soul has accomplished with your life thus far. Okay? You should look at your past soul choices and be mindful of how, through your positive actions, compassion, and understanding, you have made a better life for yourself and others. How have you changed the world in some little way? Have you shared insights with others? Reflect on what you have mastered. You should never underappreciate or underestimate yourself or your accomplishments. Now is the time for you to remember how brave you have been throughout your journey. Celebration is required, okay? Humans tend to spend too much of their energy and time on negative emotions on what they have not done. This card signifies that you should take rightful ownership of who you are and how you have shared your unique light with the world. It may also be a perfect time for you to look around and acknowledge those other souls who have also accomplished many great things and who need to be reminded of them. Okay, so like I said, you could transition and be a mentor to someone that have experienced what you experienced, and it's like a domino effect. Okay, you may want to start saving people in your community or where you came from, to help others. That may be your purpose in this life. Okay, but you will figure that out for yourself as you go on with your life. Okay, it says, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Balance means bringing a sense of stability and wholeness into every area of your life. Many times when you look at a situation objectively, you will resonate with one side more than the other. Try not to view either as good or bad, but simply recognize that it is. The true nature of the scales of balance is to give both sides of a situation your equitable, objective perspective. It can be difficult to understand the side that you don't relate to, but that is a lesson in itself. What is it about you that prevents you from giving both sides of the coin your non-judgmental assessment? Okay, you could be a little stubborn sometimes and stuck in your ways, but Spirit is trying to get you to embrace that there's different ways of thinking, there's different perspectives, and you can grow and become so knowledgeable and have so much wisdom from learning from people from different cultures, from different realities than just, what you've experienced in your world, So what is it about you that prevents you from giving both sides of the coin your non-judgmental assessment? This situation or person has been placed in your path to teach you that everyone has his or her own unique, authentic life story, and you must put yourself in that person's shoes to really understand his or her motivation. Balance is a godly virtue, and if it's struck, you will reap the benefits of insight and compassion. Okay, so you'll have more compassion for others when you realize, how they were raised, what they've gone through, and things of that nature. I'm trying to hurry up before my phone cut off, as I forgot to delete that other video. But yeah, I feel like you've been one to experience a lot of challenges and a lot of things in your life, and if you want someone to have grace for you, then is you know, it can be one-sided. You got to understand where other people are coming from, and say, if it's someone that is lazy, you know, you can't stand being around people that's lazy because you had to get it out the mud, you had to do this and do that. That may frustrate you, but it's like, okay, put yourself in that person's shoes. Why are they lazy? Why, you know, how were they raised and all of that? You just gotta, that's what spirit just wants you to gain insight, to not just judge a person based off their experience and how they're living their life. Okay. But we got called, we got empathic starseed. Yeah, you're very empathic. You are. You got a lot of water in your chart. You got the love too. I'm gonna read all three. Okay, so called. Soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. You came to earth with a double mission. Okay, that's why things are so challenging, because it's like you have a double mission. It says to grow as a soul and to bring about a shift in consciousness. Okay, the best way to fulfill these personal and collective purposes is to trust what it is that your soul is calling you toward, for it's encoded within the most direct path forward. Okay, your soul has many unique gifts that it came here to share. Some you may already be aware of, others you're just beginning to uncover. You're being called to remember that your soul is intelligently chose the perfect conditions to carry out your soul's mission and share your soul's gifts. If you're being called toward a creative project, a passion, or an adventure, this card is your confirmation that you're facing the right way and that this moment right here is destined. If you're feeling underprepared or thinking, who am I to do that? This card is guiding you to step up and leap, and consider perhaps that your soul has been training for this moment right here for lifetimes. Okay, place your hand on your heart and whisper the following. I call forth the soul gifts and soul training that I've received throughout all of my lifetimes. I'm ready to embody them all now without hesitation or fear. I fully commit to being here now. I'm ready to step into my soul's highest and most potent calling. I've been training for this for lifetimes. Okay, so you're ready, even if you think that you're not ready. Okay, get ready. You stay ready. Okay. It says empathic starseeds. So energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. Empathic starseeds are here to shift the world through their physical presence alone. They don't need to do anything beyond being here. Thanks to the energetic change their physical presence causes. Due to their highly sensitive nature, empathic starseeds can struggle with being on earth and in a physical body. Many are prone to addiction and depression, or tend to mistake other people's feelings and moods for their own. Natural introverts, they tend to prefer spending time alone or in small groups. Crowds can be overwhelming for them. If this card appears, consider lightening the load energetically. Don't put yourself under such pressure to go out into the world. Be gentle with yourself. Allow extra time and care to recover energetically. If you're feeling pressure to keep up a certain pace, instead, put on the brakes and treat yourself like a precious baby. Do whatever you can to take the pressures of the world off your plate. Switch off to switch back on. In today's world, it's normal to feel that we should be doing more, but perhaps being present in our life is enough. This could be a phase you're going through, or simply how you're being called to live your life. If your work involves giving to others, right now you're being called to keep something for yourself. You don't need to transmute it all. It's okay to look after your own growth and healing before feeling you should offer it to the world. Indeed, it's necessary if you want to continue to do so sustainably. Okay? So how can you take better care of yourself energetically? Okay, meditating, yoga, Going out in nature, things like that will help as well. You know, exercising, eating healthy, walking, running, going to the gym, all of that good stuff. Okay, you got the love. Okay, Hadarian energy, codependency, boundaries. So the Hadarians are believed to be beacons of pure, divine, unconditional love who see love in all people and situations. As a result, they can find it hard to have boundaried, interdependent, healthy relationships because they only see the unconditional nature of those they meet. The lovers of the cosmos, they dive in fast. They're here to learn how to love while in a separate body. To learn to love self first and then establish a healthy relationship with others. Yes, that's what I was saying. Like, you got to love yourself first and get ready for and prepare yourself for that empress, that person that you want in your life, okay? It says to remember that the love they seek is already within them, that they truly do have the love all on their own. The message of this card is to review the ways you may need to establish healthier boundaries. Perhaps you're in a codependent relationship in which you may be losing your sense of self. It's common for starseeds to dive into relationships, particularly with those who feel safe and familiar at a soul level. Perhaps you're in a relationship in which you give more than you receive. Or perhaps there's a certain validity to it and you're always unsure where you stand. This card is assigned to do a relationship review and see what energetic agreements you've made consciously or unconsciously. To acknowledge if there are relationships in which you feel anxious or powerless, in which you don't feel like it's safe to relax and just be you. To assess if there are any places of inadequacy that you've used a relationship to soothe and cover up. Do you lose yourself in relationships? If so, how? And how can you develop a deeper love for yourself? Okay. So I definitely think that that was for Divine Masculine. I hope, this resonated and you continue the path forward. God bless you. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.